Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel today again. It's always a pleasure to be here. Like you all know, this is Europe Jisoo, and on this channel, I bring you good tidings. And today, I come bearing good news again. Oh yeah, on this channel, I share my immigration journey. I share helpful tips that's helped me settle in Canada as an international student and now as a worker. I share insights and immigration updates and everything in between my staying in Canada. If this sound like what you like, please stick around, subscribe, give me a thumbs up for any of my video you watched, and please watch my videos, comment, ask your questions. I'll be glad to respond to them. Thank you so much. So, like I said, today I come bearing good news. In the past couple of months since last year, there's not been so much good news like that around immigration to Canada. Because I mean, all this news have even made some people give up on coming to Canada. Because every little thing they are saying, "Oh, Canada this, Canada that, Canada this." But of course, this one seemed like very sweet. I mean, it seemed like one of the very fantastic news in recent times, and it's about the express entry. It's sweet. I mean, very sweet because lots of things have changed around it. I was thinking there was going to be a slash even in immigration through express entry, but I think the focus, which I'm seeing, is that they want a lot of people to come in as permanent resident. Because when you look at the complaints from international students getting jobs, settling in Canada, housing crises, and several other things that surround it like that, um, I want to believe, or let me just say, it could be one of the reasons why they're targeting permanent residents strictly, so that at least when you come into permanent residence, you first of all you don't have issues with employers say they don't want temporary resident because of number of hours students can only do, and because you don't have a Canadian degree as well, there can be several things that could surround things like that. That's just my own thoughts, but I just feel like there's going to be so much focus. Like, of course, they're already doing so much focus on transiting temporary residents to permanent residents, but they also want to welcome more permanent residents. Because, like, I mean, if you come into permanent residents, you can go to school and study, get Canadian degree at very affordable rates. So, the whole study thing, a lot of people have used that as a means to just come to Canada, then they go seek asylum. And of course, when you actually applied for your study permit, you provided funds and said you could, take care of yourself and cater for your living expense in Canada. But then a lot of people come in. Of course, I know that people use that as a means to an end, but a lot of people come in and several other things happen afterwards. So it seemed like an eye opener for them. So the target is probably on people that can come in through permanent residence, and there'll be no much story about maybe people coming to visit and then converting to asylum, and or people trying to get work permit, or students that come in and their postgraduate work permit expire and they're not still getting permanent residence. So if this focus has been here, it's also to also help people that are inside Canada and people that are also outside Canada. So a lot of things have actually changed around the express entry. As we all know, there were category based draws last year. We had trade category, we had STEM category, we had the else category, of course, healthcare. We had the French category. Those ones, I give them. I think French first, and then maybe health, cause they're like the healthcare French people. Eh? Bonjour, les merci. If you can go and learn French, go and learn. No, I've been trying to learn, but I don't think it's for me, Sha. So I mean, those are categories that were actually consistent last year. Then we had the Canadian Experience class, and we also had the Provincial Nominee program. So those are like categories that have had draws in the past. So now they've added new categories. Yes, and this was actually sweet because they're now factoring education, and that really makes a lot of sense. But of course, it's good news for some, bad news for some, because I think they took out one or two other categories, and they added some. They also added some occupations under some existing categories. So yeah, let's go. So there are The new category that was added was education. I mean, that's so fantastic. So transport is no longer under the category based draw, and they also added a number of social service occupation to the healthcare category. So now these are the list of categories under the IRCC website: French language proficiency, healthcare and social services occupation, agriculture still stands, and agri-food occupation, the STEM category, which is the science, technology, engineering, and math occupations, the trade occupations, and of course, education occupation. Now, why RCC still retains all these categories, they've also announced that they're going to give priorities to French, the health and social service occupations, the trade occupations, and education occupations. They are not saying they would not consider maybe a Greek and STEM, but they are giving priorities to these four: French, health, trade, and education. Now, these categories will prioritize for ITAs through their category based express entry system. Changes are only made to, of course, this category based draw. Under these categories, some occupations were actually added and some were removed. Under the health category, 8 occupations were added and 6 were removed. Under the STEM, 6 were added, 19 was removed. That's a lot because a lot of people always, trying to take advantage of this term, the IT category. Then under the trades, 19 were added, oops, and then 4 were removed. Under the agriculture, none was added, but 2 was removed out of the agri occupation. Now, starting from the health category. So these are the occupations that were added under the healthcare and services category and social service category. We have the animal health technology. I mean, I'm gonna add a screenshot: cardiology, technologies, dentists, pharmacies, pharmacy technicians, social workers, social and community service worker. And this were removed: education counselors, introduction, instructors of person with disabilities, other assisted occupation in support health, and then other practical natural healing, traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, and acupuncturist. They were all removed. Now, under the STEM, the following were added: civil engineer, technologist and technician, elect, technology and technician, geological engineer, mechanical engineer, technology and technicians, and then insurance agent and broker. I mean, how did I even get here? That makes sense. So, the following were removed: architect, business. Oh, I mean, it's a lot. It's actually 19 of them. So I also, put that on the screen when I'm, editing this video. So under the trade, the following were added: contractors, cook was added, bricklayers, gas fitters, construction estimators, construction managers, home builders, renovators. It's 19 of them. I also posted, and it's very, very nice because it's opening up more opportunities in diversified occupations to come into Canada. So now you can explore the express entry pool and just come into Canada and start your life if this is what you've always wanted to do. Now, this were removed: elevator constructors and mechanics, machine fitters, blah blah blah. These were the ones that were removed from the trade category. Under the agri, like I said, none was added, but 2 were removed: agri service contractors and farm supervisors, contractors and supervisors. Those ones were taken out. None was added under the agri. Now for the education, which is the new category that was added. So we have 5. Yeah, 5 knocks. So elementary and secondary school teacher assistants, instructors of person with disabilities. I think this was taken off from health and put under education. Early childhood educators and assistants. Oh my Montessori people, this is an opportunity for you to come to Canada, please. Elementary school and kindergarten teachers, and then secondary school teachers. So there's hope for teachers that feel like their efforts are not appreciated in their own country and want to move to Canada. This is the time for you to explore these opportunities. Start getting all your documents ready, do your evaluations, get your English test, and get into the pool. Get into the pool like today. So we all know how this express entry works. So the express entry system is a system by which Canada does is immigration by picking out skilled laborers from a set of pool through draws, right? Basically everyone can actually register as long as you're I think 18 years and above, have your degree like this. So there are a list of scoring factors that are used to determine your eligibility. The eligibility test is on the IRC website. You can actually run through it. And also for it to even start at all, there are two main key things that should have been done. You should have done your education evaluation if you have a higher degree, like post-secondary degree. And what I think they also do for secondary, I think you can also evaluate your secondary degree, but of course you have to evaluate your highest degree. And it's also the English test proficiency, which is the test of English for you, for them to know your level of proficiency in English language. All these are actually scoring factors that would help you to give you the desired cumulative ranking scores, right? The comprehensive ranking score, I mean. So it's called the CRS. So with this CRS score, and you must have been seeing, you say Canada picked draw 450 and above, 430 and above. So all this put together, your education, your background, yeah, either you have someone in Canada, your previous education, your highest education, your age. These are scoring factors that would determine your score in the CRS scoring. And of course, your English test, whatever you have, because there's language benchmark that you must have for you. And it's always good that you ace all your benchmarks. I mean, try to also understand how that works, with each of the English body. I've made a video on different English bodies that you can actually explore for your examinations, and which is actually best that you could try, that has very good scoring, and it's not so difficult to do. You can look it up on my one of my videos. So all this put together is what you do to get into the pool. So now, are you in Canada or you're outside Canada? This is an opportunity for you to take advantage of this. So I mean, if you've been working any of these occupations for at least 6 months in the past 3 years, that is what qualifies you under any of this category. At least 6 months to be able to prove that okay, you were earning from this job, you had this job, and it was full time. You had an employer that could, give you a reference letter, and of course, you have to provide your proof of fund and other things. You get your ITA. So these are things that we all you need to start getting ready. Even if you're in Canada, don't think that I'm just a student. No, take advantage of this thing. You might get your PR even before you finish your studentship. Like a lot of people get into the pool, and any of this category favored them, and within 1 year of being in Canada, they've had their permanent residences. So don't wait till I still have 3 years postgraduate work permit. Anything can happen. Like these policies have been changing and changing and changing over time. And if you look at it, um it's just good that you do, make hay while the sun shine. Like do what you have to do when you're able to do it. Don't delay. If you have the capacity, do it as of today. Enter the pool. I know someone that entered the pool on a Sunday, and then the draws they did on a Tuesday, favored that person. I mean, imagine if the person was dragging about it, or was still thinking, oh, I have not done this, I have not done that. So get ready, do your English test, do your certificate evaluation, push with all the effort you have to make sure that you get everything ready and get to the pool. Now, the good part of getting to the pool is that you can always improve on your grading. I mean, some people do their English test more than once to be able to max out. And once they max out, they go back, they edit to increase their scoring. So you can play around a CR, you can play around CRS scoring. If you want me to, I can put a link for you to calculate your CRS based on your degree and everything. You can go through it and put in, just permutate around and have an idea of something that can work for you. And also take your time, check through all the this job opportunity occupations I talked about. Check them through and see the one that fits into your category. And now let's talk about the French category. If you can learn French, there are places that people learn French for like 2, 3, 4 months. French category has always been like, it's been consistent. And this is because they want more of French. They want to populate French speakers just outside of Quebec. I mean, Quebec is the only one that has strictly French language. So they also want to encourage that, there's more of this bilingualism in other provinces. And that is why there's been lots of whatever you can do to get into this French category. If it's something you can do, I advise you. It's one of the sure ones. I don't have to worry about maybe employment or anything, as long as you have your French as, either as first or second language. It's going to give you that scoring, and it's going to give you a very, very high scoring. So I would implore you to start taking action on, think of what you want to do. If coming to Canada is still one of your dreams, think of what you want to do um in putting all these things together and being in the pool as of today. Now, there's a popular saying that says the best next time for you to do something is today. But the best last time you should have done it was yesterday, but the best next time is today. So, but today is the day you've heard about this. You're probably watching this video and then you're thinking of what next to do. I'm going to make a comprehensive video on how you can actually create an Express Entry profile and how you can max out on all the scoring factors. So get ready. I mean, your documents doesn't have to be in your hand yet. As long as you probably have received a mail and gotten a reference letter, you can be in the pool pending when all those things can come into play. Don't slack. Make a while the sun shines, please. So this is all about what I'm bringing in today. I'm actually excited about these new opportunities for teachers to come to Canada, for cooks to come to Canada, for people that operate machines to come to Canada, for insurance brokers to come to Canada. So they're really, really recognizing skilled workers, and they want you to feel these their particular sectors. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. I'll be glad to help out as much as possible. I'll be glad to share my own ideas and knowledge with you. And of course, I know there'll be several people that might be in the comment section that also have better ideas than I even do, that will be able to help you. If you have any question, do not keep quiet, reach out for help. And I really wish you all the best in your immigration journey. I hope you enjoy my video once again. If you do, please give a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Bye. Princess. Princess.